me and you, we need to have a Pin Tuesday debrief.
Beautiful day. We got everything I wanted. Here's the vibes.
I'm not a big fan of like.
Hello, my beautiful, perfect angel besties, and welcome back to my channel. Lucky girl Carly. If you're new here, thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. And if you're not new here, thank you so much for being my Disney pin bestie. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to subscribe down below. It not only helps support my channel grow, but it means the absolute world to me. Now, me and you, we need to have a Pin Tuesday debrief. I think this one was one of the craziest ones yet, minus the one where we woke up at 3 a.m. and we still couldn't get the damn Keyblade.
4 a.m. Disney World check. This is insane.
A lot happened today and I need to decompress, and part of me wants to not talk about any of it. I collect pins for fun and to add to my beautiful collection. I should say that the magic has maybe been taken out a little bit, and I think Disney Springs is the problem. So as I'm talking, I'm just going to go ahead and insert the clips, and then of course too, I'll show you what we got for Pin Tuesday. And we do have something mystery to open. Unfortunately, it's not a mystery pin set, but that's okay. We still have something mystery at the end to open, which I'm really excited. Stay tuned. And my cute shirt, Old Navy, was feeling very red, white, and blue today, so that's what we went for. So this morning, it all started out, of course, my alarm went off late today. Rough start because, of course, my alarm went off late and we're running behind y'all. This is your boots on the ground journalist. It's 6:46. I think it opens at 7, so I think we're gonna get a bad spot. Ugh. I was already off to a late start. Now, Disney doesn't really tell you, obviously you're not really guaranteed ever what pins are coming out, and you never really kind of know the rules, especially over at Disney Springs. And for the longest time, in my personal opinion, the Uber line was super duper infuriating just because the 2 lines kind of thing seemed ridiculous. And for someone that would go at 3 a.m. in the Lime Garage and still, which is a parking garage at Disney if you don't know, and still not get certain pins that's limited edition 4,000 is kind of insane in my opinion.
My guess is we'll get like 189.
Now Disney Springs no longer allows you to enter the Lime Garage until 7 a.m. Thank the sweet heavens. My God. Just the fact that I had to go that early in a parking garage was insane, because I just don't want to pay. I live right down the road from Disney. I don't want to pay reseller prices. No, thank you. Some people collect pins to make money, and Disney doesn't seem to really care. Disney doesn't seem, they know who's doing it. I know they know. Also, I will say, and people continue to buy the pins. So the resellers would only stop if Disney cared or if people didn't buy them. And there's pin groups literally online that when it's Pin Tuesday, it is just, I thought I was joining pin trading groups, and a lot of people just like to sell them. I'm a pin trader. That's why I do truly loving to go to Epcot, and I love going to events where you can trade pins, and that's like the expectation instead of making a sale, because I feel like someone online, it's a lot of like, oh, I got this pin today and they're selling it for 80 times the price. I don't know how, if you live in Florida, if you don't live in Florida or near Disney World, you're doing this. It would be, I thought my hobby was expensive and I live right down the road from Disney. I can't imagine trying to do this not as a local. You would be paying crazy prices. Like, I think I saw today's Figment pin. It's going for like 115. I'm sure the Keyblade is like 100, 130. Crazy. I don't have the window pin up yet, and I don't collect the Keyblade. This was today's drop. So let me get back into the story a little bit. My alarm woke me up late. I should have drove with my friends too. Usually I go with them now, but I forgot to like coordinate with them last night. So she texted me like right at like 6:30, and she's just like, what are you doing? What's the plan? I was actually, my GPS said 7 on the dot. I was like, okay, great, perfect, we're good.
Coming in close, y'all, but I think we're gonna make it.
So if you don't know, and if you've never been to Disney Springs, the Lime Garage has 2 entrances, and I want to say only 1 exit. I could be wrong, but whatever. That doesn't matter. Regardless, there's 2 entrances. So I pull up. Usually I make the U-turn and pull up and go to that entrance. So I was doing that, and today that entrance was closed. Disney decided they were only going to let one entrance in. Okay, love that idea. I'm not opposed to it. However, that is not something they've been doing, and it created chaos.
Y'all, this is crazy. They seem to have switched up a lot of the rules today, meaning, for example, like they only made the one entrance and now I'm sitting in all of this traffic. This is actually nuts.
There was a cop there. I saw everyone doing illegal U-turns on that other intersection to cut people off. And then so I had to go down that like road because so again, I was coming from the other way because again, I didn't know that it was only going to be one entrance. So then I had to turn left down that road and then come up right and make a right into the Lime Garage with everyone else. Okay, it was literally madness. I don't know. So it's either people are unsafe waiting in the garage all night and form a giant line, or everyone's unsafe with the cars because that was crazy. So my friends ended up getting a way better spot than me.
Okay, 152.
It was about 7:30 at this point, and we know now they end up being 152, which is a great spot in line. However, so at that point I knew I was going to be like 500 probably. Disney Springs doesn't open until 10 a.m., which is great, but then you have to wait like another hour or so just to even get your number called if you're that high, probably even longer, honestly. So having a higher number, it's like a whole morning event. We're number 437.
We officially got 353, better than last month. At my usual spot, Ghirardelli's, we got 346. 84. Higher than I thought, but we still got it.
So I did end up parking, and they did have, like a parking attendant in there because once again, last month it wasn't regulated, but they didn't allow the only way you could get into the garage was through a car. You weren't able to walk, which I also don't really know if you stay on Disney property. Don't go to Disney Springs. If you're staying on Disney property, go to Animal Kingdom or Epcot. You'll get early entry. Go there. Magic Kingdom and Hollywood, they both do have early entry. However, it has nothing to do with the pins. The pin stores you can get to. So anyways, I'm sitting there and I'm like, screw it. Hollywood opens at 9. I'm just gonna try my luck at Hollywood. And I did see some TikToks of course, there was a line.
You guys, there's so much pin drop tea. I'll update you so soon, but pin drop looks different today. So obviously all these people are here for just entering the park, but I'm pretty far, so I don't know how this is gonna go. These are the vibes here. Pretty far back. There's lines inside. I just love the vibes here. So relaxing.
Yeah.
Here are the pins.
But it ended up working out great for me. I was still like, as just to get in, like I was still kind of far back, but I figured hopefully I can get a window, and it ended up working amazingly. I got my window and they still had them, and it wasn't a crazy shit show. Got in line about, I would say 7:45, and I think they let us right in at 8. I did not have early entry. However, again, it does not apply to the pin store. Early entry only applies to the people trying to go on the rides, and to have early entry you have to be staying at a Walt Disney World resort, which is great. I didn't have to wait very long, and I thought they weren't going to start moving the line until 9 a.m. when the park opened, or even 8:30, but they started moving the line right away, which I think was great. I think just to kind of clear people out and get the day going. I love that we did that early.
You got Stitch at least. They have them here.
Card, please. Your money? No.
No wishables. Still, but they do have these. And then I think all of these are new. Look how cute Madame Leota is. Always Haunted Mansion pins. I think I'm gonna skip, but they are really, really cute. We got everything I wanted here. This one is for trade or for my friend if she decides she wants it, but we got everything. The only thing they didn't have is the Keyblades. I'm telling you, the dark room never lets me down, and thank God we didn't have to wake up at 3 a.m. for these pins on here. These are my favorite things ever. Legitimately, in my opinion, best purchase. All right, can hold this all day. I'm a slow sipper, and then it doesn't sweat. Cute.
I did see today Epcot did release these pins, which are super cool. Still no wishables, Disney. What is going on? Because I would love to see the wishables at the parks. Overall, I'm not sure if I even think anymore that Pin Tuesday should be a thing. I don't think it brings a lot of joy. I think it brings a lot of stress, and the people that I think are causing stress are maybe the money hungry ones. I think Disney should just randomly release pins, and when they drop, they drop, and wherever they're at, they're at. Maybe release more online. I don't know. I would stay away from Disney Springs if you can, because that is where the drama is. There was some crazy drama. Let me explain too. I guess I ended up leaving the garage, so these videos are from my friend who is at Disney Springs doing boots on the ground journalism. And there was a lot of yelling because a big problem, and it's always been a very, 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 very big problem is the cutting. So what will happen a lot is one person will just come in and get in the line originally, and then suddenly about 45 minutes later, well, so you can get in at the Lime Garage at 7 a.m. and start forming the line. They will not let you in until 9 a.m. when you officially get your wristband. And then from 9 to 10, you just go chill in Disney Springs. So, what's happening in between 7 to 9 a.m. before you get your wristband is one person from a party, let's just say a family, whatever, will come in. And then about 45 minutes later, suddenly 8 more of them will just cut and get in line. And they'll be like, oh, my party was here. And if it's like one person, to me, like one person, I personally just does not bother me. Like, okay, go ahead, do your thing. But it's the fact that people are bringing like families of people, and then they're all cutting, and then suddenly that's 8 people in front of you, and you've been waiting since 7 a.m. So that's been something that has been going on for many, many, many months and months and months and months. Okay, so today, fast forward to today, they suddenly didn't allow, which I think is great. I'm not complaining. They didn't allow any cutting, but again, it got a little muddy in there. It kind of sounds like they were only patrolling this rule now that no one could come and join you at the front of the line. And then there was just like a lot of yelling. So it seemed like a crazy time in the Lime Garage today. And that is not what pin drop should be. Pin drop should be fun. We should be bringing joy and magic. And I'm just also trying to provide education of what is really happening at these, because I feel like I don't see a lot of things online. And if you're ever interested in doing this, I want you to be prepared, babes. I have never done this at I did it at Epcot once, but from what I see sometimes on TikTok, it seems a little crazy over there because that's kind of like the pin park. I've never done pin drop at Magic Kingdom just because I hate the TTC and like taking the ferry and doing all that. I think for parking reasons, Disney could evaluate removing pin drop from Springs. I think obviously the pin store is like so big there and is a great place to kind of trade, but I almost just feel like for safety, I think that I wouldn't be mad if at Disney Springs they took it away and it was just the 4 parks on Pin Tuesday, maybe if they're not going to do randomized drops. I think that could also be something to explore because the parks parking is set up a lot differently. Obviously, you're so far back and then you walk in. I don't hate the idea of that. The parking situation felt very unsafe and it was a lot of angry people and aggressive people. And I didn't like driving around that. I did not feel safe. Felt like my car could be hit at any time. And I'm just trying to go, little old me is like, I don't know. It just felt, I don't know, not fun. And that's why I do this. This is to have fun and show you guys the pins because we love the pins. But it's all for fun. It's all pieces of metal with Disney characters on them, as I like to say. It's not that serious. It's supposed to be fun. That's why I also love pin events because you meet so many great people and it's a lot of fun. So I would say 9 times out of 10, it's a lot of joy meeting pin people and collecting. But Pin Tuesday does bring me anxiety, specifically this Pin Tuesday of the month. Whatever reason that Keyblade pin, which isn't even that low of an edition size, brings out the craziness. I'm glad I did go to Hollywood. And then I did end up going back to Springs just to say hi to my friends and see her and her husband, because I wanted to say hi because we were like on the phone all morning, like deciding if I should go in. Like I was on the phone with her in the Lime garage, and I just parked and I was like, should I come in and get like number like 600, or should I just go try my luck at Hollywood? And overall, I'm really glad I tried my luck at Hollywood.
We're still here this AM because even though we got the pins, I wanted to say hello to my friends. So we'll go say what's up, and I have a return. So still stopping here. Beautiful day, as always. Here's the vibes over here.
I'm not a big fan of like how it looks right now.
I don't know.
You see the
Yeah, there she is. And then we got, oh, you're getting Phantasmic. Oh, this is Stitch. Phantasmic.
because Kevin loves Phantasmic.
I know the Phantasmic ones are cute, but there's the Keyblade babes. And the Spider-Man pin. Look at this new butter holder. That is cute, along with the dishes, but this is definitely new. I heard someone, I want to see how much it is. It's $34.99, but that is so cute. More of the Haunted Mansion stuff. There you go. I feel like they do a Haunted Mansion collection every summer. $74.99. Whoa. But that's fun. And then I'm sure this is 90. Yeah, it's 90. They have a cute water bottle. I did get the one from last year. I don't think it's Starbucks, but it is 50. Oh, that's cool how the eyes do that. Cute pillow. She's 50. Another, this one is Starbucks. Cute water bottle. This is 40. So that's cute. That's like the one last year. And they do have these two. And then it looks like that clock and him, which is super cool. Some good stuff. Like there's the mirror. There he is. And there's the clock. Cute. I will say World of Disney has way more for the Haunted Mansion. They have these, which are 40. And then they have like shirts and stuff, which is cute. But look at the ears. Oh, here we go. Those are 36. What else? Shirts. And they have, look at the Mickey. That is cute. Hotbox Ghost Ornament, $26.99. Oh, they also have these. Here's the classic. Those two. Cute. Well, they have a lot of cute stuff. That's kind of cute too. Like that's cute if you're having a little Haunted Mansion day. $39.99. Wow, what a baddie. $26.99. If you don't recognize her, you need to do your Disney education, people. I think the magnet is cute too. This is cute. I like that a lot.
I hope this shows you some insight of what's actually going on at Pin Tuesday. You know, if you're a little girly pop like me, we're just out there having fun. Don't be intimidated. I would say go to Pin Tuesday, do your thing. If you have a Disney hotel access, definitely go to Animal Kingdom. That's my favorite place for pin drop, but I'm a local, so I never have early entry, or go to Epcot. I don't really know much about pin dropping at Epcot. Last year Animal Kingdom was my go-to, and I never had a problem like getting anything until January of this year. And then January is always a hectic pin drop though, because you know, January is always said to be what a lot of the pins from the series, because it's like the first one. So, for example, like the Haunted Mansion window, that's like one of the highest windows, just because people don't really know sometimes at the first of the month if they're going to collect that series or not. And January just always ends up kind of reselling or value the most. So, that's why January ends up always being crazy. I kind of dread January pin drop, if I'm being honest with you. Unfortunately, next month's drop, I won't be able to attend. There'll be no vlog from Walt. raw because I'm going to be actually in Europe celebrating my bestie and her wedding. I can't wait. So I will be over in Europe that week. So I'll be a little MIA. So don't worry. My friend said she'll get me, not that you're worried, the Zerg window of attraction pin. So we will be back for Big L in September. We were successful too with the online drop, which is super exciting. They dropped 2 Brush of Magic. It was Bambi and McDuck. Oh, what's his name? I just forget his name all the time, and someone's probably screaming it at me, and I always forget his name, so please forgive me.
And this is what we got. We were able to snag both of them, which I'm really excited about. I think Bambi is super fun. Darkwing I could do without,
because the Brush of Magic have been some of my favorite pans, and then I'm collecting the mystery set right now, and I can't wait until the 3rd set drops. So I think that's everything I had to update you on. I don't want to chat your ear off, but if you've never been to Pin Tuesday, so every Tuesday Disney releases new pins, or the pins that they posted on this flyer. Sometimes they still release different pins throughout like the month randomly. However, you can kind of see the month before what they're going to have, and then they do follow like a cadence. Usually there's like 12 pins, so one for every month, and then during every Tuesday of the usually 4 Tuesdays in the month, new pins will drop. And I think pin collecting right now is at an all-time high, so it's super crazy. From, if you would have probably gone back 3 years, probably anything before COVID too, like you probably could get the pins all day long. This never used to really be a thing up until kind of recently. In the last 3 years, it's kind of like imploded. And yeah, it's a lot of people trying to get pins, which I think is great, but I do think it could be explored in different ways. But yeah, overall, I got the pins that I needed, so let me go get them. Ethan's here. As you've probably seen a million times, these are the pins we got today. So we got Figment Window of Attraction, which is not my favorite ride, if you don't know. I don't hate Figment himself. I just think his ride needs a major refurb, in my opinion. So not one of my favorite rides. So we'll hang him together. And then very exciting, because it's the play along pin. Here we go. Not the most crazy, but I do love that it's Stitch. I think this is my favorite one. Yeah, this is definitely, I do like Goofy too. This is my favorite one in the set by far. Look at him, he's so cute. We love Stitch. First, right off the bat, I will say it's limited edition 2,500. It says that on the back, diamond for diamonds, which again is very insane to me that this pin is easier to get than the 4,000 Kingdom of Hearts pin. I don't really understand that. How does the Kingdom of Hearts pin that has 4,000 go always before this pin? I don't know. Don't really get it. Anyway, I will call out that my boyfriend has been, so the first Haunted Mansion, Railroad, Seven Dwarfs, Kilimanjaro, Tower of Terror, Pooh, my boyfriend has been complaining that they need to, and it looks like they did add another hook, or like, pin back thing, this sharp thing, because these do all kind of, like, if you can see this over here, like move around very easily. So I don't know, I kind of wish they were all the same way, or they weren't, because now it took them 6 months. Like, now the first 6 are gonna move, and now these aren't gonna move, but they've needed 2 hooks like all along, which I kind of wish they were all. Yeah, I need a recall, Disney. I need all the first 6. No, and it retailed today for $26.99. Figments. There's only 5 months left in the year. We have now hung the Stitch Play Along pin, which is right up here, and then we have hung the Figment Window of Attraction. Now the part that I've been waiting for. I did show myself picking this up today at Disney Springs. Hopefully the cast member gave me a little extra magic.
even more is blocked off. Look at this. But as usual, we have to check the drop shop, and I still see they have the Halloween ones. I think I have to get one. I think I'm gonna get one, and I have to get Donald. So we're gonna get it. We're hoping for Donald. A cast member just explained to me to get them all, you can just buy the full case. So this was like this, and each of them come in this. So Donald is in one of these. So, or you can just buy the full case, and they do sell them like that. But we're going for this one. I would love the mystery. The only one I don't love is Dale. I don't love him because he's covered up, but I mean, Mickey's cute. Look how cute Minnie and Pluto are. So We'll get one of these, but again, when a full case comes out, your odds are maybe better or worse, just depends. I don't know, but I think that was kind of good to know.
Without further ado, let's open it. And don't look at the card because the card always ruins it. I can't believe we've already bought something Halloween, but I just couldn't resist. And you never know, they might not get these back, and then I'll be all sad. And I really envision one of these. I don't. Did you see it? I think it's Stitch. I think it's Mickey. Okay, we got the man. We got the mouse himself. You can't be mad at Mickey. Oh my god, he'll be so cute on our Halloween shelf. So, first Halloween merch of the season. We got it. I'm going to stop chatting your ear off. I hope this gave you some pin education if you've been wanting to know or wondering if you should go to Pin Tuesday or what is it. And if you were there, I hope you got the pins that you wanted. So we are heading to Disney here soon. This week there will be a lot more pin videos from me, and I will see you so soon in the next one. Love you. Bye. Happy almost Halloween. Bye.
Some imagination, huh?